Hold up, pioneers, something just exploded in the Pi network universe, and if you blink you might miss it. The price of Pi just shot up by 11%, smashing its way to 65 cents. And it's not just any ordinary pump. This spike is waking up every crypto nerd, investor, and Pi believer across the planet. Why? Because whispers, no, roars, of a potential Binance listing are echoing through the Pi streets. And that's not all. Trading volumes are going ballistic, jumping 133% in just 24 hours. But the real kicker? A game-changing announcement is coming on May 14th, timed perfectly with Dr. Nicholas Kokalis's speech at the world-famous Consensus Summit 2025. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think Pi will finally break through that stubborn 65 cents resistance and march its way toward $1? Drop your prediction in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my previous videos if you're not up to date on all the wild developments happening around Pi Network. Link in the description. Now, if you're a real Pi fan, show it. Comment, Pi Network to the moon, along with your country name so I can see where all my fellow pioneers are watching from. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video if you want me to keep bringing you the freshest Pi Network updates straight to your screen. Don't forget to join our Telegram and Facebook communities. The links are also in the description. Just a quick heads up though, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and this ain't investment advice, so always do your own research. Alright folks, let's get started. The sun had barely risen, and already the Pi Network community was buzzing louder than a hive in spring. News was spreading like wildfire. The price of Pi just jumped by 11% in a single day, settling at 65 cents. But the real story? It wasn't just about the price, it was about the why. All eyes immediately turned to Binance, the global crypto exchange titan. A storm of rumors had begun swirling around, suggesting that Binance might be testing Pi transactions behind the scenes. One tweet, one wallet, and a few eagle-eyed blockchain sleuths later, and boom, the speculation was off to the races. A well-known researcher on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter by the name of CryptoAd00, dropped a cryptic hint on May 7th. He suggested that Binance could be actively testing Pi network transactions. That statement alone sent shockwaves across the community. But wait, it gets better. This wasn't just some random theory spun out of thin air, the clues were on-chain. People started noticing movement on Binance's Stellar Deposit wallet, which, if you're deep into Pi network, you'll know has been linked with Pi wallets operating on the mainnet. Another wallet, clearly connected to the Pi network, was caught making a 1 Pi coin transaction. And that transaction, it didn't look random at all. It looked like it was meant for KYC and KYB verifications, major steps when it comes to listing coins on exchanges. You can't fake those kinds of clues. By this point, the rumor mill had gone from whispers to screams. But then Pi Barter Mall, one of the most engaged Pi community platforms, jumped in on the action. On May 1st, they claimed something massive, that negotiations between Pi Network and Binance were in their final stage. Let that sink in for a moment. Final stage. Now remember, the Pi community is no stranger to rumors. We've all seen the fake listings, the premature exchange claims, and those shady apps pretending to support Pi. But this time, something's different. The data's cleaner, the timing's smarter, and the players involved, they're credible. All of this drama is building up to what might be one of the biggest moments in Pi Network's history. Mark your calendars, folks, because May 14th is not just any day. It's the launch of Consensus Summit 2025 in Toronto, a gathering of the biggest names in blockchain. And guess who's on the list of speakers? None other than Dr. Nicholas Kokalis, the brain behind Pi Network. The Pi Core team has already teased that they'll be making a major ecosystem announcement on the same day. That's not a coincidence. That's strategy. This could be the move that changes everything. The kind of announcement that flips the switch from speculation to full-blown reality. And let's be real, they wouldn't choose the biggest stage in crypto to drop something small. They're aiming for fireworks. Back to the charts, Pi's price surge to 65 cents is more than just technical movement. It's emotional, it's psychological. This level has been acting like a brick wall for weeks. Every time Pi tries to leap past it, something pulls it back. But now, with this news-building momentum and a clear wave of buy pressure, it looks like that wall might finally crack. If it does, the next stop could be $1. That's right, $1. And if you've been in the Pi game for long enough, you know what kind of milestone that would be. It's not just a price, it's a symbol, a breakthrough. A statement to every doubter who said Pi would never reach a real market. Now let's put things in perspective. Even with today's surge, Pi is still down around 80% from its February high of $3. But that doesn't scare the community, in fact it fuels the hunger. Because real pioneers know the road to success is never a straight line. It's full of dips, doubts, delays, and massive comebacks. And you know what else is fascinating? The trading volume today jumped by over 133%, blowing past $100 million. That's no small feat. That kind of volume doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It means people are interested. Traders, speculators, utility users, and yes, probably a few whales are moving their coins. All eyes are watching to see where Pi goes next. But let's talk emotions for a second. Because this isn't just about charts and listings. It's about belief, deep, unwavering belief in something bigger than yourself. It's about that electric moment when you mined your very first Pi coin. Not because it was worth anything then, but because it meant something. It was the spark of a dream, a quiet rebellion against a financial system dominated by elites, a vision of a world where value is built and shared by everyday people, not hoarded by mega corporations. You held on to that dream even when others laughed, called it worthless, or dismissed it as a fantasy, because deep down you saw something they didn't, a future powered by decentralized currency, owned not by the powerful few, but by the connected many. Pi has always been a movement first and a coin second. And now that movement is knocking on the doors of the big leagues. Still, we can't ignore the obvious. This isn't a guarantee. Nothing is confirmed until it's confirmed. Binance hasn't made any official statements yet. The wallets might be tests, or they might be breadcrumbs leading to something else entirely. The May 14th announcement could be game-changing, or it could be just one more stepping stone on the long road to full open mainnet adoption. But isn't that what makes it exciting? Because right now, we're in the middle of the story, not at the end. Every wallet movement, every KYC transaction, every tweet from a Pi insider, it's part of this unfolding narrative. And if this truly is the beginning of a Binance listing, then Pi's real breakout could be just around the corner. So, keep your eyes locked on May 14th. Stay connected, stay informed, and most importantly, stay ready. So there you have it, pioneers. Pi Network is making waves once again, an 11% price jump, trading volume through the roof, Binance rumors gaining traction, and a massive announcement timed perfectly with Consensus Summit 2025. Whether this leads us to a $1 Pi or even more remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure, the Pi movement is heating up, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. If you enjoyed this update and want more breaking Pi Network news just like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us continue to bring you content that keeps you ahead of the curve. Now here's my question to you. Do you believe Pi will actually get listed on Binance this year? Drop your answer in the comments section below. And if you have any thoughts, theories, or just want to connect with fellow pioneers, feel free to join the conversation down below. Thanks for watching. And as always, see you in the next video.